Let's answer more bookish questions. Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome for the first time. This is not your first time, welcome back. Okay, let's get into today's video. Anyways, if this is actually your first time and you've not seen me before, hi, I'm Marv, or you can call me Marvelous. I upload book videos and vlogs, so if you're into that type of content, you can hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to turn on post notifications so you know when I upload new videos. Let's get into today's video. I've done a video like this before. I'm gonna link it somewhere in case you just want to see it, but I loved that video so much. I loved the questions and I was like, you know what, there are like 80 questions, why don't I answer more questions? So I'm going to be answering more questions in this video. Sit back, relax, don't forget to hit the like button if you end up enjoying this video, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Let's begin. The very first question here is, what's your least favorite book? Thing is, if I read a book and I don't like it, I literally forget about it. But I feel like my most recent least favorite book has to be When I Think of You, or whatever. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I did not like that book. I feel like it was overhyped to an extent. Like, I saw the book, I saw the cover randomly and I was like, yeah, I want to read the book. I picked up the book and I honestly got to like 90% of that book and I DNF'd it because I could already assume the ending. The female main character was not my favorite. I honestly didn't like how she carried herself. The thing she did, it just, I don't know, it just gave me a lot of go, wake up, get up. I don't think this guy feels the same way that you feel. Stand up for yourself. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that book. A lot of people loved it, but not me. Next question is there a book you couldn't finish? Yes, I can literally, it's literally right here. If you've read this book and you loved it, I'm sorry, but I still haven't finished this book. Like, there's literally a bookmark in it. I still haven't finished it. I can't bring myself to finish it. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. At the beginning, I was loving it, but like, I don't know. I just don't know. There are a lot more books that I haven't finished, but this is like top top on that list. It's one of the books that I really, really wish I could get into and read it, because every other person likes this book because like it has this literary feel to it, but I don't know, it's just a bit scattered and everywhere for me at the moment. But maybe eventually, maybe months to come, I'm going to finish it, but as of right now, it's not my cup of tea. It's not top priority at all. I just have not been able to finish this book. Next question is, do you prefer to read classics or modern books? Modern books for sure. Modern books for sure. Movies, books, modern. I just really like a hint of what my environment looks like right now, because a lot of times I've realized that if I pick up classic books, they tend to be a little bit boring. So there's some books that I haven't finished or that took me so long to finish, and some of them were actually classic books. As much as I really want to be a bookworm, you know, that type of bookworm, I don't think I can get into classic books. I don't think it's for me. I don't think I enjoy them. Next question is, what book was turned into a movie and turned out to be as good or even better than the book? The thing is, I don't watch a lot of book to movie adaptations because a lot of times the movies are not so good. They don't turn out so well. But the recent one that I watched was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It was actually a series. I think that was the best way to actually depict that book, because if they had said they wanted to do a 2 hours movie for, you know, like 300 pages book, no, absolutely not. A lot of times these movies don't even measure up to half of what the book is about. I've read everything. I've also watched the movie. It was nice. It was okay. I've also read The Sun Is Also a Star or something like that. Also watched the movie as well. It was nice. It was okay. You know, there's just something about core things or major things you remember in the book and it's not in the movie. But with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, as much as they didn't include every word and almost everything in the book, core things were not removed. You know, major things in the books were not removed in the series, and it was a very good 7 over 10 for me. I enjoyed it. I just feel like the adrenaline and the, you know, suspense and whatever that was in the book was not as much in the series because it was a bit more laid back than how it was in the book, but I still enjoyed it, and that's like the best I've seen so far. Next question, do you have a favorite quote from any of the books you read? No, I feel like if I have, I would remember it, but if I want to share, it's actually my notes. Should I go through my notes and look for one? I'm not so sure. I can't remember. No, I don't have actually. Actually don't have. I don't think codes stick with me like that. But yeah, let's move on. Have you ever met a writer in real life? I think so. I don't think I remember meeting a writer in real life. The only writer I feel like I remember meeting is my aunt. That's the only writer I remember. Others might be writers, but I don't know them. Because I remember one time I walked into a bookstore and they were having a writers or bookish event, but I didn't know the writer. So maybe I have met a writer, maybe not one that I know. What is the book that changed or influenced you the most? Everything is Figureoutable by Marvellousodunjo. I think that's her name. That book is... See, I don't read a lot of non-fiction books, but at the time that I read this book, I was just stepping foot a little bit into my reading era, and I'm so grateful that I read that book. That book is small, short, simple, and amazing. It's like, see, if there's any non-fiction book that I would recommend you to read, that book is the one. I loved it so much. Like every time I now have issues or problems, I'm just like, you know what, we can figure it out. And if I cannot, I'll put my energy into something else. Okay, literally everything is Figureoutable, honestly, and I highly recommend that book to anybody. No matter the phase you're in life, you need to read that book. How many books would you say you own? Ooh, the last time I did something like I counted my books, I think I had like 100 and something, and I had just one shelf. But now I've, you know, installed these shelves, so I haven't counted my books. I don't know, probably 120, 150. It could be that much because I've gotten a lot more books since I last did my bookshelf tour. So let's say 120 to 150. I think so. How much do you think your book collection is worth today in this economy, in this Naira economy? Baby, write me a blank check. Like I said, the last time I, you know, did this maths or counted my books was when I did a bookshelf tour. As at that time, I calculated how much my books were worth, and those were the ones I spent my money on. They were over 100 and something K. And I think I got to that number and I just stopped because I just couldn't take it. Imagine that was like 2-3 years ago. When did I do the bookshelf? I can't remember, 2 years ago. But with the way Naira is right now, that one book is now how many Ks? 10K, 12K, 13K. I don't know. My book should be probably, let's just do a rough estimate. Let's just say every book on my shelf is 10K. So 10K times, let's assume I have 150 books. I'm talking Naira. 10K times 150 books. 1.5 million. Let's move on. What's the most you spent on a single book or series? On a single book, I would say 13K, and that was it 13K? Was it hardcover? 13K, and that was I'm Glad My Mother Died by this popular Disney Janet McCurdy, I think. Can't remember her name, but yeah, that's the name of the book. And funny thing is, I still haven't read it. And I think I got this book last year or 2 years ago. It was last year. Yeah, I think I got this book last year, and it was 13K, and that was like the most I spent on a single book. But on a series, I would say 20 something K. I'm not talking now, not in this economy, like in the previous one, like last year. I'm talking about last year when books were still a bit more affordable. A series, I think 26 or 25K, and a book 13K. Next question. Is there a particular author you would like to meet in real life? Nicola Yoon. That's the only author I would like to meet in real life. Like as of right now, Nicola Yoon. Who else? Nobody, I think. Top of my head is just Nicola Yoon. If there are other ones, I would definitely put them on the screen. Is there a character in one of your books you would like to meet? Aduni from The Girl with the Louding Voice. I want her to sit down and tell me how she has been, how her story has changed, what has changed. I need her to update me because we left off on a good note, but I still need more updates. I want to know if she's still going through anything and how she's getting through it. Yeah, definitely Aduni. Next question. Where do you like to do your reading the most? Where? I don't have a place, so maybe my room, especially in the morning or in the evening. Okay, I'll say my room actually. My room. What's the most awkward situation you were put in because you were reading? Because I was reading none. The most awkward situation I was reading in was probably at a games night for my department last year. But most awkward position I was put in because I was reading none actually. Did you ever read in a completely inappropriate location or situation? Oh yes, at a games night. My department was having a games night, and instead of me to pick a team and support, no, I was in a corner with the music blasting. I was reading. I think it was the Magnolia Parks, the second book at that time. Did you ever have to call in sick because you couldn't put a book down? What? No. I love reading. I love it. But like, no. I've not done that. But I feel like maybe I would, but no, I haven't done that yet. Let's put yet. I haven't done that yet. Okay? Next question. What book cover made you read the book only to find out you actually hate it? Ooh, it has to be When I Think of You. The first book I mentioned at the beginning of this video. The cover looked nice, but I read it and I absolutely did not like it. We are not, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I did not like that book. Don't try it. I judge books by their cover, whatever, but still, that doesn't give you a reason to be a bad book. It's not a bad book, it was not just for me, okay? Other people enjoyed it, I didn't. Let's get that straight. What book do you think nobody should die without reading? A few. Powerless, Letters to the Lost. Let me put The Girl with the Louding Voice. Everything is Figureoutable. Gay Girl, Good God. I think those 5 are okay, you know? You need to experience those books at least once. We need to have something we can talk about very often, and we can just look at it and just randomly remember something like, these books I've mentioned, you need to read them. Get up and read them. What are you doing? Get up and read them. What book do you think is the most overrated? I feel like any book by... I've not read any book by this author, but I'll put the series on the screen. I can't remember the name of the author and I cannot remember the series, but honestly, I feel like it's overrated. I've not read it. I have a feeling it's overrated because every time I hear the synopsis, it's always just this very regular small town setting, and it's that the guy is grumpy or the guy... Please, we've heard of that. We need something fresh. But I think that one, the one with Powerless, Reckless, I don't know if you know that series, but yeah, that one, I feel like it is overrated. To me, I think it's overrated. Okay. Oh my gosh, we've gotten to the last question. Have you ever had a crush on a book character? No. What? No, actually. No, absolutely not. Have I? I feel like if I had, I would remember. But now that I can't remember, it just shows that I have not had a crush on them, right? No, I haven't. I'm good. I haven't. We have unfortunately come to the end of this video. It was really fun doing this. I really enjoy answering bookish questions. I think I'm going to even look for another way to do this type of video again. Don't get sick of me, okay? But let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you would like to answer any questions in the comment section. It's open. Spill away, talk away, answer away. If you still haven't liked this video and you watched this point, you obviously like the video, just like it. And you also watched this point, you might as well just subscribe, join the fam. Turn on post notification, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.